this video will be going over how to set up the media and streaming for North Christian Church. So the first thing you want to do when you get here is turn on the TV downstairs and turn on the projectors in the sanctuary. Make sure that the TV downstairs is set to HDMI 1. Next, when you come up to the sound booth, you're going to want to turn the sound system on. To do this, you'll press this button. Once you hit that button, you'll see that here's some clicking. You'll see the screens come on, the camera come on, and the sound system will start buzzing. And lastly, the soundboard will come on. Once the soundboard comes on, you can click the power button on the front of the computer underneath the desk and wait for that to turn on. If this is your first time setting up, I'd recommend watching this video in full and then watching a second time following along. If you've done this before, just follow along. So once you get to the login screen, you'll click the space bar and you'll type in the password. And now we'll wait for Voice Meter Potato to start up. This will start up by itself automatically. We'll wait for the engine to start. Once it's started, we'll make sure that all of these are white. If something's not white, it's most likely the Sanyo or the headset. Make sure, if it's a Sanyo, make sure the TV's turned on and set to HDMI 1. If it's the headset, make sure the headset's plugged in. And then after checking that, restart the computer. And when it restarts, these all should be white. Once these are all white, you can go ahead and minimize this. Next, we'll open up Proclaim, which is over here on the left screen, top left. Proclaim will start to open. If anything like this is up there, you can go ahead and click that X. We'll go ahead and delete this so I can show you how to add it. So first thing you want to do is click File, Open Recent, and then open up the Sunday that we're working on. So for this purpose, we're going to be saying we're working on Sunday, March 5th. This numbers mean the first Sunday of the third month of the year 2023. So go ahead and click on that. So here's our slides. All looks good except for missing the sermon notes. So to add the sermon notes, Pastor John gives us a USB drive with the sermons on it every week. Looks something like this. To load it in, we'll come over to the soundboard. You'll see a USB port with a dongle in it. We're going to remove the dongle and plug in the USB. When you do that, this window right here will open. You go ahead and close that. Then in Proclaim, we'll click File, Import Presentation, PowerPoint. We'll find the one that matches, 3.1.23. Good. Double click that. We'll keep Convert to Images selected and click Add. Now we have the slides loaded into OBS. Next, we need to copy it over to this week's presentation. So to do that, we'll click off anywhere, and then we'll come back, right click on the title, then click Copy, go back to File, Open Recent, find the week that we're on, open that back up, find the last song, and then we'll paste the sermon right before the last song. And then you can click this little arrow to minimize it. Next, we'll grab the top of the window, drag it to the right side of the screen, and snap it to that side of the screen. Next, we'll work on OBS. So double click OBS. When you open OBS, it'll open up two things. It'll open up the main OBS and it'll open up this Towel Reverb plugin. We can go ahead and minimize this Towel Reverb plugin. Once OBS is open, find and select Live Feed under Slides. Once you have that selected, you'll see that says no memory card cannot play. To fix that, we will come up to the camera. Come up to the camera right here, and we'll press this button right here, and this camera will come on. The camera will come on. Next, we need to set up slides. So on Proclaim, we need to click on air. When you do that, you'll notice that the slides will come up on the display right there. Back in OBS, we'll go to number 4, slides under scenes. We'll select main slides under sources, and then in the drop down menu next to window, we'll drop that down and select Proclaim slides. Now we have slides in OBS. Next thing we need to do is get the slides on the TV downstairs. So to do that, the first thing you want to do is right click on the start bar and then click start or click task manager. Once task manager is open, drag it over here and then right click in this window right here, click full screen projector preview, and then select the Sanyo 1280 by 720. And then you'll notice under OBS we have a full screen projector preview. Go ahead and select that. Now under scenes, go to number 3, opening, and you notice that will give us a little countdown timer for the service to start. So now we want to get that timer on the screen up front. So to do that, we'll go ahead and right click. You can see this in real time. You go ahead and right click, full screen preview, and then number 4, whichever one is just 1280 by 720, that's the projectors. So go ahead and click that. And you can see the timer came up on the screens up there. So now we need to double check that this one, the one we didn't have selected, the full screen projector we did not have selected, is the projector for, or is the projector for the projector, so to say. So we'll go ahead and right click on that and click minimize, and as you can see the time went away, and then we'll maximize it and the time came back. So keep that selected and minimize this. That will be important later. Next, we'll set up for the hotkey. So on the left screen, you'll double click this Proclaim hotkey slides hotkey old. Double click that. Nothing will happen, but when you come down here, you'll see that there's a green H down here. That means that has worked successfully. Next, we'll do universal controller. So double click that. It'll open up this window, and then once this pops up, you'll click this little loading bar, and then this will open. Once this window's open, you can close the universal controller window, drag this over to the left screen, drag it, grab it by the top of the window, drag it to the left side upper corner, snap it like that, and then grab the arrows, drag it over like so, select aux 3 and drag that up. This is how you control the sound for the stream. So go ahead and minimize that for now. Next, we'll set up the YouTube and Facebook. So we'll double click both these. You'll notice that they both open up in the same window. So to get those in their own window, you just grab the tab, drag it off, and let go. And it opens up in its new window. And then we'll drag it one to the left side of the screen and then select the other to fill up the right side of the screen. To create a live stream in YouTube, you click this little camera, create, go live. To do it in Facebook, you'll scroll down till you see something like this, what's on your mind, or create a post or something of that sort. Then you'll click live video. And then you will click select under live video. So back to YouTube, you'll grab this scroll bar, drag it over till you see edit, and then you will copy the naming conventions. So NCC worshipers, then the date, and then under description, today's sermon, and then the name of the sermon. To find the name of the sermon, you can do that by coming back over to Proclaim, clicking edit, clicking the little arrow next to the sermon, and then finding where it says what today is. So today is Confident Christian, and you can see that that is still in there from the last time we did this. So that's all. So you just put the sermon name in between the quotations. So now under Facebook, you just click what's your live video about, and then you just simply copy what you put in Facebook into, or what you copy what you put in YouTube into Facebook. And then for description, copy what, paste. Then you click save on both of them. Now we need to get YouTube and Facebook to talk with OBS. So to do that, you simply find on YouTube where it says stream key, and then you click copy. And then you come back over here to OBS. You click modify. You'll find where it says RTMP key. You'll highlight all that. You'll click backspace, and then paste, and then press OK. It might be the exact same. It might not be. We just always check that every time. Next on Facebook, you click stream key, copy. Then you come back. I'm sorry. You'll click copy next to the stream key right here. Then you come back over here, go to Facebook, click modify, and the same thing. Highlight all that, backspace, right click, paste, OK. So that's the stream setup. So now to get this screen set up, what you want to do is drag these down just a little. And if it's ever not wanting to drag down, what you can do is just drag that back over, like so, and then select Facebook again, and then it should be able to let you drag it down a little like that, and then you'll open back up the soundboard app. Next thing is Audacity, so you just click Audacity right here. It'll open up and pop in right there. And then the last thing to go right here is you go back to OBS, and then you find that Towel Reverb plugin, and you'll drag that right there. So running the stream, so to go live, once you have everything set up, about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes before the service starts, you're going to want to go live. Well, you're going to want to click back to preview. You want to come down here, go down to safely remove and eject that thumb drive from earlier. Remove that thumb drive and plug that dongle back in that you removed. And then now setup's complete. About 5 to 10 minutes before the service starts, you're going to actually go live. So to actually go live for YouTube, you simply just press the start right here. Once you click that, YouTube will go live. To go live on Facebook, you'll click start. And then over here on Facebook, you'll notice that it's saying connecting. And then to actually go live, you press this go live. So that's about 5 to 10 minutes before. Now, when the timer hits 0, or Pastor John comes out to start the service, you're going to have Task Manager open again, and select the one you previously selected. And once this timer hits 0, or Pastor John starts talking, you're going to hit End Task. This will remove the timer from the screen up there. And then once you do that, you can simply close this to get that out of your way. To run the stream, we have our different scenes. So all these numbers correlate with the numbers on the number pad. So 9 is the live feed with the slides in the top right. 8 is just a live feed. 7 is the live feed with the slides at the top left. 6 is the slides with the live feed in the top left. 5 is the live feed with the slides at the bottom left. 4 is the slides, and 3 is the opening. So when it's just somebody on stage talking, I like to have it on 8, just the view. When it's singing, I have it on 5 with the camera down a little and the slides at the bottom left. And then when we're preaching, I have it like this, a little up and zoomed in with the slides in the top right. To go through the slides, you use the plus key to go forward and the minus key to go back. To control the camera, you'll use these two things. So this right here lets the camera go up and down and right and left. And this is what zooms in and out. So once we get to the last song after the second to last, the last song before the sermon, after that there's a prayer. Right after the prayer is done, you're going to want to click Start Record on Audacity and start recording in OBS. And then as soon as the last song and last prayer is done, you're going to click Stop Recording on OBS and stop recording in Audacity. Once you're done and ready to end stream, you'll come back over here to YouTube and Facebook to end the stream on Facebook. Once you click go live, this will change to end stream and you'll just click that. And then on YouTube, there's going to be a end stream button up here and you'll just click that. Once both those streams are end, you can simply close these two windows. And then once the stream's over, you don't need this anymore, so you can just go ahead and close this. Over here, you're going to want to click stop on both YouTube and Facebook. And then you can go ahead and close this. Once the service is over, you can go ahead and click on air on Proclaim to go offline, and then you can close this. Now for Audacity, you're going to want to click File, Export as MP3. Now this is going to bring up the last one that was saved. We're going to follow the same naming convention, so it'll be capital NCC sermon and then that date. So I'm just going to add a 1 just so it lets me do it. I'll save, and then it's going to pop up this window. Now to know what to fill into here, I'm going to click File Manager down here. Click Documents, Audacity, go to the latest date, the latest month, go to the latest sermon, right click on it, click Properties. I can go, at this time I can go ahead and close this. Now the properties, I'm going to click Details. I'm going to use this as a cheat sheet. So artist name is going to be NCC, so I'll go and type that in here, NCC. Track title, so it's whatever the name of that sermon was that week. So it's for this purpose I'm just going to copy it, but you're going to put whatever the sermon was for that week. Album title, this is going to be the same throughout the year. It's the theme for the year, so go ahead and copy that over here. Track number, so last week was 10, so that means this week's 11. Year, and then genre is sermon. Go ahead and type that. Once you fill all that out, you're going to press OK. When you press OK, this will disappear, and then a loading bar will pop up. Let that loading bar complete. It'll take anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes. Once that's done, you can close Audacity. It'll ask if you want to save the project before closing. You'll click No. Then you can go ahead and close this. And now with everything closed and saved, you are good to turn off your computer, like so. And then once your computer's turned off, you'll want to go downstairs, make sure that the TV gets turned off and the projectors get turned off as well. The sound guy should take care of turning off the soundboard. I hope this video was informational, and good luck.